Hello? Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first ever episode of the Huge Sports Talk Show. And today, we're just going to be talking about basically what's going on with each team, my opinions, because this is not just an ordinary show where it's just like, oh, this is next, this is next, this is next. We'll talk about that too, but we'll also talk about what my opinions on things are. As this is brought to you by ESPN, because it wouldn't be possible to see all their standings and stuff like that if it wasn't for now. So let's get started. We're going to jump right into all these leagues right here listed, except that one. That one, I don't know why it's there. I need to remove it somehow. Starting with NFL. As you can see, coming up on, I think literally next month, is the Cowboys and the Steelers game. As we get closer to the preseason. Actually, you know what? Football is actually going to be back, so therefore I got to make some adjustments to my schedule soon. As then we continue, we got the preseason, basically, but we're going to focus on this because it's in the closest we got. News. The fantasy football playoff looks like the football playbook is different every year. Make sure you draft your right people. And it looks like there's a new report. What's this? President Joe Biden to host Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers Tuesday. Lucky. Tampa Bay gets all the treatment because they freaking are champions, dude. It's the whole city. It's not just that. It's not just their football team, it's their whole city. As we'll get into more on that topic later. Oh, what a shock. Let's go over to standings. Here were the last year's standings, as you can tell. The Bills were the best in... Oh, wait, they reset the standings. I didn't know that. It looks like the standings just got reset. I guess maybe today, actually. So, just in case if you guys aren't familiar in which divisions are which, AFC East, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, and Jets. AFC North, Bengals, Browns, Steelers, Ravens. AFC South, Titans, Colts, Jags, and Texans. AFC West, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers. Scroll down to the NFC. NFC East, Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Washington football team. When are they going to come up with a name? This ticks me off. They need to have a name. It's been like a whole dang year since they lost their original name, and now it's still not going to have a name. NFC North, Bears, Lions, Packers, Vikings. NFC South, Falcons, Saints. Now keep in mind the Saints are going to be different because they lost their Hall of Famer quarterback that's going to be in the Hall of Fame in about like 5 years, which is Drew Brees. So they're going to be completely different. So now there's nobody left to stop the Buccaneers in the NFC South. Now let's make some predictions. Who's going to win each division? NFC East. I think it's going to be the Bills. Their team gets better every year, so I'm just going to say it's the Bills. NFC North. Well, is it? I'm not sure if it's true if Roethlisberger is gone. But it's a tough battle between mainly the Ravens and the Browns. So I'm not sure for that division. AFC South. This one goes to the Titans. AFC West. The Chiefs. Obviously, they have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and they got some of the best defensive players too. NFC East. This title, I don't even know. All four of these teams suck. Well, at least sucked last year. I'm sorry if you guys are fans of them, but you all know that every single one of you had a losing record. So, I don't even know who I would get this award to. So yeah. NFC North. Packers, if Aaron Rodgers stays. If he doesn't stay, I would give it to the Bears. Because they have their brand new quarterback, as they made a big move in the draft to get him. NFC South, Buccaneers. There's no one to stop them now in that division. Falcons, nope. Saints, quarterback gone, so they can't stop them anymore. And Panthers, they got a long way to go before they can take on Tampa Bay. NFC West, the Rams. The Rams have done a lot of stuff over the past season, in the off season as well. As I've heard rumors that they could make the Super Bowl, or even win the Super Bowl. Who knows? But as of the other three teams, I don't think they're going to make it that far. Maybe the Seahawks, if they're lucky. So, moving on to the next league, the NCAA Football League. Let's talk about some of the games on here. You got the UTEP versus New Mexico State, UConn versus Fresno State, Southern Utah versus San Jose State, Nebraska and Illinois, Hawaii and UCLA, UAB, which reminds me of the XFL players, Jacksonville State, and then you got Weber State and Utah, Washington and UNLV, Houston Baptist and New Mexico, Temple and Rutgers, Long Island and Florida International, I think, or whatever INTL stands for. Intellect, Boise State and UCF, Illinois, Ball State, Wagner, Buffalo, Seattle and C Carolina, USF and North Carolina State, I think, East Carolina, which is not a state in real life, but whatever the colleges just like to make up some wacky names. Appalachian State, whatever, if I pronounced that wrong, your name is too long and you need to change it because I can't pronounce it. UC Davis and Tulsa, Bowling Green, which I don't know why they call it Bowling. Tennessee, UT Martin, West Kentucky, Ohio State, which is more famous than everyone else, well, actually the second most famous, Minnesota, Southern Utah, Arizona State, which is actually the most famous, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, Duke, Charlotte, Old Dominion, Wake Forest, St. Francis, East Michigan, South Dakota, Kansas, Michigan State, Northwestern, North Colorado, South Dakota State, Colorado State, West Virginia, Maryland, which is actually the team I route for, even though I know we suck, Montana State, Wyoming. Well, I don't know. It's a new season coming up, so anything could happen. Most likely we're gonna suck. Portland State, Hawaii, Lafayette Air Force, UL Moron, Kentucky, Colgate, Boston College, West Michigan, Penn State, Wisconsin, Holy Cross, UConn, Stanford, Kansas State, Oklahoma, Tulane, Army, Georgia State, Fordham, Nebraska, Rice, Arkansas, Fresno State, Oregon, Alabama, Miami, Marshall, Navy, Indiana, Iowa, Northern Iowa, Iowa State, Miami, Cincinnati, Louisiana Tech, Mississippi State, Kent, Michigan, Missouri, UMass, Pittsburgh, Louisiana, Texas, San Jose State, USC, Campbell, Liberty, and with so many others. I'm not even going to read any more of them. I've read most of them. I'm probably just going to stop reading the college sports teams' names because that's too many of them. News. 2022 recruiting class rankings are officially out. Along with the top headlines, sponsors keep surging at number 3 quarterback in the 23 class. Or in the 2023 class. Rankings. This is only the top 25 final rankings from last year to make the playoffs. Alabama was voted number 1, and they did end up winning the whole bowl. As I believe only the top 4, which I think is stupid, make the playoffs. I think it should be the top 16. Like, come on. For real. Why can't you just have a longer tournament? Other than 3 games, dude. What kind of championship is that? And yeah. That is football for you. Well, NCAA. Now let's talk about baseball. Coming up for the next 7 days, starting with Sunday. I mean, not Sunday. Monday, you got the Orioles and the Rays, the Twins and the White Sox in doubleheader game 1. Marlins and the Nationals, Red Sox and the Blue Jays, Mets, Reds, Rangers, Tigers, Padres, Braves, Cubs, Cardinals, Indians, Astros, Twins, White Sox, Angels, Athletics, Pirates, Diamondbacks, Giants, and Dodgers. Then here are Tuesday's games. You can read the list as they're here. Wednesday's games. Thursday. Friday. Saturday's games. Sunday's games. Well, next Sunday's games. Alright, for the news. So it looks like the Red Sox and the Yankees is currently playing right now, and the Yankees are currently winning against Boston. And it looks like a fan is now acted up for being stupid again. This is getting out of control. Ever since Russell Westbrook had popcorn dumped on him, sports have gone downhill. Like, seriously. It's spreading from the NBA to... It started all out in Philadelphia when someone dumped popcorn on Russell Westbrook during a 76ers and Wizards basketball game. And now it got worse to the point where it's in multiple leagues now. Now it's in baseball. Apparently someone hit somebody. He literally threw a baseball at the entire player. And he got banned from all 30 major league teams. Might as well ban him from the minor leagues too, because we don't want him coming to, let's say, we don't want him coming to the Norfolk to hit the Tides, or Salisbury to hit this frickin', what's the team name? The Shorebirds, or to Albrime to hit the frickin' Ironbirds players. Or even to Bowie to hit the Bay Sox players. Like, seriously. Just don't hit people. Standings. Here are the current standings. The American League. So it looks like, yeah, it's high. Yeah, my team is sucky. As you can tell, the Orioles suck again. I don't know what's up with this team. It's just never successful. It's like in forever. It's like the Detroit Lions of the baseball. Forever in rebuilding. Well, actually, they did make the playoffs 1 year, but then now they're just dead again. In first place in the East, you got the Boston Red Sox. You got the Chicago White Sox and the Houston Astros all leading in their divisions. But who's second place? But you also got Tampa Bay in the playoff zone again as well. As I believe, how many make the playoffs? I think it was 4 per conference, if I'm not sure. And then in the National League, you got the Mets in first, Milwaukee in first, San Francisco in first. You got Mets, Brewers, and Giants. And the Dodgers are looking to go back in the playoffs again for this year. So right now, both of the last 2 champions of baseball are going to the playoffs as of right now. What month is it right now? It is July. So we're already halfway done in the regular season of baseball. And once this month comes to a close as well, we will be 2/3 done, and teams might start getting eliminated soon. So, overall, the worst in the league right now is the Arizona Diamondbacks, as they only have 27 wins and 68 losses. They've lost so many times, they're going to get the Big E first. We're probably going to get it second. And then basically, if you don't know what the Big E means, if you get the E, it means you're eliminated from playoff contention. I call it the Big E of death, because it's basically what it does to you. All right, next league, baseball. As you can probably tell, Mississippi State is the national champions out of all colleges. So if you are, the baseball draft is already over, so hopefully they drafted some players from Mississippi State. You know, I think because there's such thing as spring sports, it's the main reason why the draft is in the middle of the baseball season. Now that I think of it. But you might grab some players from Vanderbilt as well, because they got second. As there are some news. As they got draft profiles from all the teams. Rankings. As you can see, Mississippi wasn't voted number 1 overall. Oh my gosh. I'll be right back, everyone. See you guys in a second. All right, we're back. It's 8:36 right now, so we got to hurry up. Next sport. World Baseball Classic. As you can probably tell, the USA has won that by defeating Puerto Rico. And this page hasn't been updated in so long. It says some of these posts are a year ago, though, so who knows when this league can come back. NCAA women's softball. For some reason, the rankings are not available or anything, but all I know is Oklahoma State is in the lead in the votings. So maybe the page is broken. The NBA, also known as one of the most famous leagues, we have the Suns and the Bucks in the final series. In the NBA Finals right now. As I believe there are 1 to 2 more games left. As the Bucks are currently leading in the series against the Suns. And whoever wins, if the Suns win, there will be a Game 7. If the Bucks win, they win the NBA Finals and are the champions at basketball. So it's either going to go to Wisconsin or Arizona. As one of those two are going to have to fight it out. As the Suns were leading by, I believe, 2 games, and now they have not won 3 games in a row. They've lost 3 times in a row. So now it's serious again. Now for who made the playoffs, we had the 76ers, the Nets, the Bucks, the Knicks, Hawks, Heat, Celtics, not the Celtics, but all 6 of those teams have been included in the playoffs. Then you had the Celtics, Wizards, Pacers, and Hornets all have to play in a play-in tournament. Boston and the Celtics and the Wizards have won that, have made it through that, so the Pacers and the Hornets got eliminated and were put in the draft lottery. As for the teams, Philadelphia got eliminated in the second round. The Nets got eliminated in the second round. The Bucks are still alive. The Knicks got eliminated, I believe, the first or second round, one of the two. Hawks got eliminated in the third round. Heat got eliminated in the, I believe, the first round. Celtics, I think they got eliminated in the second round. I'm not sure. Wizards got eliminated in the first. And the Pacers and the Hornets got eliminated from the play-in tournament. And then for the Bulls, Raptors, Cavaliers, Magic, and Pistons, those 5 didn't even make the playoffs at all. Western Conference, you have the Utah Jazz, who've gotten eliminated, and I believe the second round. The Arizona Suns, or the Phoenix Suns, who are still alive right now. The Detroit Nuggets, who've been eliminated in the second round. The third round. No, wait. No, I'm wrong. They got eliminated in the second round. You got the Clippers, who got eliminated in the Western Finals, which is also known as the third round. The Mavericks got eliminated as well. The Trailblazers were gone. The Lakers are even gone, along with the Memphis Grizzlies. The Golden State Warriors didn't make the playoffs because they were eliminated in the play-in tournament. And same with the Spurs. And the Pelicans, Kings, Timberwolves, Thunder, and Rockets didn't even make the playoffs. And if you're wondering who won the draft lottery, that goes to the Detroit Pistons. So they will get first round pick in the draft coming up. Moving on to men's basketball, Baylor University has won the tournament. As you can see, here's the bracket. Well, the bracket right here, the Final Four. Goes all the way back to the round of 64. As 64 teams get in, the other maybe 100, the other 66 colleges don't get in. Well, I heard one of the colleges were supposed to drop from the league, but all the athletes that go to that college are getting mad because they don't want to go to the Division III. So they're trying to do everything they can to prevent that from happening. As Division III has like freaking 300 universities for some reason, some of the universities from there need to come up because they have way too many franchises inside that whole entire division. But being in a different division requires money. And some of these universities that I've seen, like SU, need to be hired in Division III. Like, what the frick? Their stadium is big enough. They have a baseball field. They have a tennis field, soccer field. They're champions at lacrosse and baseball, for frick's sake, in Division III. So why do they still stand? As that's my local university, to be honest. Then you got the Women's National Basketball League. As you can see, this league gets started around the playoffs during the NBA, and now the only basketball leagues that are left alive is the women's basketball and the weird league of apparently I've never heard of, whatever it was, something with the letter 3. I mean, no, number 3, not the letter. As apparently half-court basketball is a sport. Like a national broadcasted sport. Like, why? I don't know why, but it is what it is. Standings for women's basketball. The top 8 teams make the playoffs. I don't think conferences matter in this league. As you got 6 from the East, 6 from the West. You got... You have the Seattle Storm in first. Las Vegas Aces in second. Connecticut Suns. The Minnesota Lynx in fourth. Chicago Sky in fifth. New York Liberty in sixth. The Phoenix Mercury's in seventh. And the DC Mystics are in eighth. Now, Dallas, Los Angeles, Atlanta, and Indianapolis all have to improve. Otherwise, they're not going to make the playoffs. But the battle is tough between Washington and Dallas for the 8th spot. Now, for the college, the champions goes to Stanford University. As they have knocked out everybody in their league as well. Brackets. Right here, Stanford beat Arizona, South Carolina, Louisville, Missouri State, Oklahoma State, and Utah Valley to get to the championship. And now for the next sport, hockey. Now, if you haven't heard already, the Seattle Kraken are supposed to do a expansion draft, as they are a new team in the league. As they're supposed to, I think, pick in the draft lottery, the Seattle Kraken actually get the second pick in the draft, while the Buffalo Sabres have won the lottery, so therefore they're going to be first. And for the standings, we had the Hurricanes, the Panthers, the Lightning, and the Predators make the playoffs. Penguins, Capitals, Bruins, Islanders, Maple Leafs, Oilers, Jets, Canadiens, Avalanche, Golden Knights, Wild, and the Blues all make the playoffs. Now, the Stanley Cup final is done as the Tampa Bay Lightning are the champions this year. So, yeah, remember when I said Tampa Bay wins a lot, is just a winning city? This is what I mean. They're literally won in both football, hockey, and baseball, all those in the last couple of years. In all three of the leagues they play in. I don't think they have a soccer team nor a basketball team. So instead, all the Tampa Bay fans will all go for Orlando. Now for men's hockey, UMass is the champions. Rankings, UMass is in first right here. Women's hockey, Wisconsin's in first. There are some logos that intentionally, look like they're I don't think it's this league. It was the other one. If you look here, St. Cloud State literally looks like the Canadiens logo except with the ST in the middle of it. So I don't know if they're sponsored by the Canadiens or they're sponsoring them or whatever. Whatever it is, it is. Wisconsin's in first in this league, by the way. And now we get to our last topic, soccer. Now, there is a lot of things going on right now in soccer. There's a bunch of tournaments and stuff going on in... So we're mainly going to cover the United States because that's where we're from. If you're looking for anything other than this country, you might as well have to tune into another talk show because this is about the United States mainly. But there will be some occasions where we talk about other teams from other leagues if we choose to. Like, for example, England's terrible performance in Euro Finals. What the frick did I watch when I watched the replays for that? The penalty shot where the dude kicked the ball and it hit the pole. You can't even make a penalty shot, dude. What the heck are you doing in the Premier League or whatever league you play for? Alright, now for the MLS first. You got a couple games coming up. You have Vancouver, Houston, and all these other games coming up. And then the news is this. Robin Lod scores as Minnesota hands Sounders' first loss, snapping unbeaten streak. Now for the standings. They call it table in soccer instead because there's a lot of leagues that use it. Now, as you see down here, the top 7 qualify for the playoffs. So therefore, the playoffs, I believe, will work the same as the NFL, where there's one team that gets a first round bye, and the other teams don't make the playoffs at all. Well, actually, no. One team that gets a first round bye, and the other playoff teams get to play against each other. And then there's going to be, of course, others that don't make it at all. As you can tell by the yellow, my team is DC United. Now, here's how the playoffs are going to work. So right now, New York DC, Atlanta, Cincinnati, Chicago, Toronto, and Miami are all out of playoff contention right now. Well, not in the playoff zone. They're still in the hunt, though, as they're not eliminated yet. Now, here's how the playoffs, I think, might work. So, New England's probably going to get a first-round bye. So, therefore, they don't have to play until the second round. Philadelphia will play against New York City. Orlando will play against Columbus, which they changed their logo now, I assume, because they used to have a different one last season till after they won the MLS Cup last year. And then you got Montreal versus Nashville. Western Conference. Right now, what does that stand for? Oh, Real Salt Lake. That's Utah. Utah, Houston, Austin, apparently they have a team. San Jose, Vancouver, and Dallas all are not in the playoff contention right now. Now, in the Western Conference, I believe Seattle Sounders are in first place right now. So, therefore, they might get their bye game in the West. As you got Kansas City and Portland probably going to play together. Los Angeles and Minnesota. And then Colorado and Los Angeles Football Club. Now for Women's Soccer League. You got some games coming up on Friday. Kansas City and Carolina. Orlando versus... What the frick is that team again? Or OL. Where are these guys from? I don't know. OL Rang. I'll just call them that. Houston and Portland. And then you got Louisville at Washington and Gotham at Chicago. And I believe there are only 10 teams in this league. It doesn't tell me how many make the playoffs right here, so I have no idea. So you got Chicago in first, Orlando in second. Is that North Carolina? Yeah, North Carolina in third, Houston in fourth, New York and New Jersey in fifth, Portland in sixth, Washington in seventh, Louisiana in eighth, Orlando in ninth? No, whatever OLR means, in ninth, and Kansas City in 10th. Now, the Gold Cup is still in the group stage, but literally today, USA just took out Canada, and Haiti just took out Martinique. So here's the tables. Right now, El Salvador and Mexico are going to make it a second stage. USA and Canada also going to make the second stage. Costa Rica and Jamaica are likely going to make the next stage as well. And Honduras and Qatar are going to make the second stage right now at the moment. As for the news, Haiti beats Martinique to finish Gold Cup campaign. Do they have any games left? Oh, no, they don't. They just didn't count. Oh, wait, that's all 3 games. Never mind. So, once you've played 3 games, you're done. So, USA and Canada have made it. Haiti and Montague have been eliminated from the Gold Cup. But as of the other 3 divisions, everyone's still only played 2 games. As USA, for the 7th billionth time, literally have an undefeated record in the Gold Cup or World Cup qualifier. Then moving on, the World Cup qualifiers, there are, I believe, 7 countries in this area. You got Canada, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Honduras, Jamaica, Mexico, Panama, I believe. Yeah, Panama, and the USA. Only 2 of these guys will make it through into the next stage. Now, I think USA might make it because they've had an outstanding Gold Cup season right now. Well, right now they do in the group stage, as they've made it through the group stage, so therefore they're going to go to the bracket stage now, which is where you basically seed it up and you're going to be eliminating team after team after team. Now, a team from Group B is going to play a team from Group C, and a team from Group A is going to play a team from Group D, which I don't know why, but it's how it is. Maybe it's for location purposes. I don't know. And then for the Champions League of North America, there are a couple teams left in the semifinals. Monterrey, Cruz Azul, America, and Philadelphia. As for this game, you got Monterrey from Mexico, Cruz Azul, also from Mexico, America, also from Mexico, and then you got Philadelphia from the United States. As there are 3 Mexican teams and 1 American team left. What did that news say? It said, more maskless Dems test positive after packing plane to flee Texas election vote. Nice job. Now here's the table. These were the group stages, I believe. If there are 16 teams that made the playoffs, I believe the top 2 of every league has made the playoffs. Everyone else, whoever's in third in each group, is eliminated. Now, you have to get placed. You have to get a certain placement to even get in this league throughout the MLS and Mexico and all the other leagues. Where do you come from? Don't know. I have no idea. Maybe they're franchises that's been dropped. I don't know. Either that or they just don't have a logo uploaded to ESPN yet. And that's it for this week's edition of Sports. If you guys enjoyed, subscribe. If I started on time, I would have been able to have extra time to do stuff like the Premier League and all that kind of stuff. But if you guys enjoyed, click sub, and I'll see you guys next week.